Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, now so here's another video that my good friend Dept sent me, and Dept, thank you for the video. Now the video deals with the Frauditor that we all know as Tyrant Terminator. Yes, that fool, Tyrant Terminator, okay? And let me just say that I want you guys to pay good close attention to this, the in-between bullcrap between the Frauditor and police, because let's just say that why Tyrant Terminator was frauditing at a Department of Human Services, and security did its damn job, stopped them from roaming around looking to get into a back and forth argument, because realistically, no matter what they say that they're going in there to record their transaction, but yet they end up roaming around looking for that one individual that's bothered by being recorded, so they can get into that back and forth confrontation, okay? That's what they're really looking for, because that's what's going to get the views. Now, again, I say security stopped him in his tracks. Unfortunately, when police were called, okay, in the beginning stages of the police encounter, police were up in the air, okay? Not listen, I think we could all agree that this frauditing bullcrap has been going on for quite some time now, that you would think by now, damn it, all police departments, no matter whether it's a small town police department or not, they should know about this bullcrap, no? I mean, whether they want it or not, it's going to be knocking on their door one day, and very soon, I would think, okay? Now, again, the idea that these police are getting caught off guard is shocking, and it just makes them look like idiots in a sense, okay? Now, fortunately, higher up, superior, sergeant, whatever you want to call it, arrived and did the way he put it. Yes, the location, if they want you trespass, we will they will trespass you, and if you don't leave, we will arrest you, okay? Now, the kick in the butt is, as we all know, frauditors, when they don't get their way, they complain. Now, one of the things I think I've mentioned in many of my videos, again, I think we could all agree that these fools are fighting the wrong people. If you're trying to make change, such as removing that policy of no recording or whatsoever at whatever government location, they want all government locations, let's put it that way, well then why not go to the higher ups, the people, damn it, that have the power to remove it, okay? But yet, the way I see it, they're not even looking for to make change. That bullcrap that they tell their subscribers is just bullshit, so that they could go to these locations and make content. And the content, as we all know, is the back and forth bullshit, the arguing, okay? Now, again, with this fool here, with all of them, okay, when they don't get their way, they're making complaints. Now, this knucklehead here made arranged a meeting, which was a good thing, okay? Arranged a meeting between the chief of police of that particular police department that enforced that trespassing for the Department of Human Services, and that's where I want you guys to pay attention to the shit that came out of the chief's mouth. I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding, okay, but to me, the police department bowed down. They admitted that they violated his rights, but unintentionally, okay? And I don't know how to take it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but again, the way I see it, the police department is bowing down. But let's kick off the video, and let me show you how it started off, let's say. Oh.
I'm sorry?
Can't do any videos.
What do you mean?
Can't do any videos or use cameras. Right there, it says right there.
That you can't use cameras. I know I seen
On photos.
I seen something back there saying something about respect privacy of others, but
That's right, because it's clients.
but the only thing is we in public right now. You see how this is a lot.
These are people that are here for the business. They can't be filmed.
I think I'm pretty much good to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think so.
Come up to the front. No, sir.
Oh, you call it like a supervisor or something?
No, I'm calling out security, so you can't do it. Now, we hate to call it. The client, the security for the campus coming credit.
Yeah, but sir, this is what's your name, sir?
Brown, sir.
Brown. Look, what I'm trying to tell you is, the people are in public.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just a privacy. Just a privacy.
You're not gonna allow me to speak, sir?
No, sir. I'm listening to you speak.
Well, you cut me off, respectfully. So what I'm trying to tell you is, by people being in public, there's no expectation to privacy, sir. Plus, I have official business here as well, so. These are public records right here, sir. See this on the wall right here?
Yes, sir. You can't film the people, that's all I'm saying.
Whatever my eyes can see, I can film, sir.
Yeah, you can film
Respect.
that, yes, sir.
I mean, even that way, sir. Of course. You just misinformed. That's okay, though. So Brown, man, we don't know. Let me see. He's with Fact Finders Group. I think it says Protective Services on his patch right there. He's trying to be evasive, but yeah, he's with that company, man, saying that we can't film in public, but we know not to be true. So, go up and file us a couple of FOIA requests as well, and then we should be good to go. Sir, you can't be blocking my ways, man. You can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't, man. Trust me, you just can't do it, man.
Security coming to the front, man.
Sir, I'm trying to get this pamphlet right here. This guy here, man. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. Eat, move, and save. This guy right here, man. So I guess this is the security. We hope, wish, and pray. See, she's smiling. She's forthcoming. We hope, at least. She's smiling, at least, so we'll see. How you doing, man? If you can possibly educate Mr. Brown here that what I'm doing is just standing in a publicly accessible areas, not trying to get past any restrictions. Sir, can I convey what?
I'm letting her know what you're doing, sir.
Okay, I'm talking to her, though. That was rude. That was rude.
No, I'm letting her know what you're doing, sir.
I'm going to tell her what I'm doing. So, like I was trying to say before he rudely interrupted me, we're standing in publicly accessible areas, not making any efforts to go past any restricted doors. I don't have any ill intent, not here to do anything nefarious. Just want to be able to exercise my rights unmolested by Mr. Brown here. We'll be good to go. And I have to file a FOIA with this department. That's all I'm trying to do. What's your name, ma'am?
Benny.
Benny? So, and you're a sergeant?
She said Penny.
Penny. Okay, yeah, Penny. So, yeah, so that's all I was trying to do, and everything will be good to go. Thanks. So she just said I'm good to go.
No, she can't say that.
Well, she's a sergeant. She's over you.
Yes, sir. She might be over me, but she's not over this account.
So don't touch me, man.
No, I'm not touching you. You can't film in front of people. You can't film. You can't film this lobby.
Sir,
You can't film this lobby.
I'm going to tell you like this, man.
You can't. I need Claudia. You can't film this lobby.
Yeah, he needs Claudia. This guy. He needs Claudia. He's trying to escalate, you know. He's trying to, he's trying to intimidate. He's getting close to me. I'm afraid for his safety, man, because, he accidentally.
Why would you be afraid of my safety?
Because you might try to make it seem like you're accidentally trying to bump me or something.
That's
an issue. Sir, I'm trying to walk. You can't impede.
Sir, I'm walking with you.
You can't impede my movement.
You can't film in this lobby,
Of
sir.
course I can. You just called her and she didn't say anything about it. She's over
You
you.
can't film in this lobby, sir.
She's over you.
You can't film in this lobby.
Well, I'm doing it. So now what? This will be great.
Yes, sir.
No, Claudia?
She's back there, but she said she doesn't want you to, film. She wants you to leave, sir.
Yeah, but did you tell her I had to fill out a FOIA as well? I have other official business here. I got official business at the window. Did you?
You stop filming that, sir.
No. There's no law saying I got to stop filming to
Yes, you do.
conduct. No,
Yes, you do.
absolutely not. Oh, I can come? Look how close this dude is, man. Come on. Hey, Penny, get this guy, man. Cause the dude, he almost touching me, man, and I'm telling you, it ain't fruitful. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collected, but I ain't gonna keep allowing this man to brush his body up against me.
But sir, try to understand. Our supervisor, she doesn't want you to.
It does not matter. I have a right to, ma'am. I have a right.
No, not yet.
Do you get what I'm saying? I have a right.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I'm saying, ma'am. Penny, right? Penny, yeah, man. You've been okay. I mean, I can understand they're telling you to tell me things.
Yeah,
I can understand your position. But I'm trying to tell him that I have a right to do it. You know what I mean? And he's trying to impede on that right.
What do you do? What do you have? What right you have? What do you want to do?
To film in public and to file a FOIA request. That's all I got to do. Literally.
Okay, you can come with me. Okay.
Guy here, man, trying to take me out my element, man. And, you know, your job is lying to you, man. You just security. You know, man, walking around following me, trying to impede my movement, man. And, come on, man. Your job has told you 1,000 lies. You're not the savior, man. So don't try to be one.
All right, so let me pause the video here and let me say that I was disappointed on the manager of the Department of Human Services here, where she never came out. She never came out to confront the frauditor. She never came out to support the security guard, period. Okay? I mean, she's the manager. The security guard called on her so that she can come out, hey, this is our policy, and if you don't like it, well, sue us then, damn it, okay? Make your change that way, but you're not going to record in here. She never came out. So I was disappointed in her. Now, as for the supervisor, listen, I'm not trying to belittle her, but in my opinion, she was a joke, okay? How she became a supervisor, that boggles my mind. For this security guard here, I give him a lot of respect. He's doing his damn job. He's hired to enforce the rules. And let me just say, guys, if these government locations that spend crazy amount of money on contracting security for these locations, well, if you're not giving them the support to go hands-on, let's say, to get rid of these individuals, well, then what's the point of having them then, okay? You might as well just get one of your employees from the department there to go stand in the lobby and play security, okay? So I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but I was just a little disappointed that the security guard was looking for support from the people that actually operate the damn location. He didn't get it. But check out the contact now with the frauditor and police, and you'll see what I mean with that situation, let's say.
He's doing a blog, and I'm trying to keep him doing a blog.
So in all reality, what's actually going on is I'm exercising my rights today to film in public. Plus, I have to file a FOIA request for this department. I tried to convey that to him. He called out his boss, the young lady that you was just standing right there. That was his supervisor. Okay. She had no pushback at all. However, he still tried to impede my movement from me conducting my business. Okay. So I was just hoping, wishing, and praying that the city of Elgin, you guys obviously come out here and educate this fine young gentleman that what we're doing today is just exercising rights and to leave me unmolested. That'd be great. Okay, so what are you trying to do there? So basically, like, I was standing in public just filming, not making sure not to go past any restricted doors. Okay. Just in the lobby. And then I have to file a FOIA request with this department. And I was trying to let him know that it's a right for us that we can do it. Okay. I don't think he's familiar, but he's not interested in knowing either. So. Well, you understand this place is a very sensitive place. I can understand that, but okay. and that's another thing that I agree with, right? Even if it is sensitive, I'm standing in public, making sure not to go past anything private. Okay. So I'm just in the lobby, okay. Which is legal. Okay. Well, while you're filming clients in the lobby. That's correct. Long as that's their privacy. There's no expectation to privacy in public, sir. That's the law, state law. To conduct their business, sir. This is what it's office for. Their privacy. Okay, yeah, that's if they go past a restricted door. We talking about the lobby. The lobby, there's no privacy at all, sir. So I'm shocked that you don't know it, but I mean, there's a lot of people that don't know it. I just don't want my rights to be infringed upon. And here's where they want their rights to be infringed on, sir. So what's your name and badge number, officer?
Officer Salgado, badge number 1508.
Appreciate that. So I guess the other officers are talking to the manager. We're his supervisor. Photography allowed in this office. So that's just a request. So we're talking. It actually is. It's just a request.
See this ILCS number?
Yeah.
That's a statute. That's a legal
Yeah, but
statute.
that's not a statute for
Criminal
recording.
Trespass to state-supported land.
That's correct. So
A person commits criminal trespass to state-supported land when he or she enters upon the land supported in whole or in part with state funds or federal funds administered or granted through state agencies or any building on the land after receiving prior to the entry notice from the state
Which I have now.
representatives that entry is forbidden or remains upon the land in the building after receiving notice from the state or its representative. Oh, that's just trespass.
that's correct. So there's no statute saying that's.
Well, this gentleman asked you to leave, right?
Yeah, but he can't ask me to leave when I have official business here.
She just read it.
No, she just said it's trespass, sir. So that statute,
And it also
I would have to interfere with someone's enjoyment of the land, sir, and I'm not.
She just read you the statute, right?
I'm
if somebody from this area asks you to leave,
How you pronounce your name, officer?
Officer Nemtsov.
Nemtsov. What I'm trying to tell you, what she read to me, the statute, I would have to, and basically, I would have to interfere with someone's enjoyment of the land.
Not necessarily.
That's what the statute says, sir. I'm telling
She
you,
just read it to you.
Sir.
If they ask you to leave, it's right there.
You can't ask me to leave if I have official business.
No, they
Your
can.
official business just to record other people?
That and to file a FOIA. Those are rights.
Okay.
I mean, if
file
you,
a FOIA online.
I know, I can do it in person as well.
Okay. You can do it without the camera, though, I think.
And I also can do it with the camera because the
they're
state of
requesting-
Illinois says ACLU versus Alvarez already said that I can film public officials in the course of their duties. I mean, it's okay. If you guys want to step on my rights today and wage war, that's okay. Then we just ask for a supervisor and we go that way.
Well, this is
It's
state
okay.
police property, so I'm going to deflect to them. They would know their policies more than I would.
This is state police property.
State police, state facility.
It's a state facility.
Okay.
This isn't Elgin Police, so I would.
So we
deflect.
would need what? Illinois State Police to come out?
No.
State security
Can
right
you
here.
can you speak more onto the?
Well, he's
policies you
security.
guys have?
You state.
Yeah, no, but you see it's on his badge it says security. Yeah, so she said state police. It's a difference.
Either way. Either way, they ask you not to film, right?
That's just it. They ask me, sir, but we're talking about I have rights to
so
do so.
As their
So
security,
should I surrender my rights? Is that what you guys asking me to do?
As their security, if he asked you to leave, if you're causing a disruption to normal business,
And I'm not.
that's what you are.
I'm causing a disruption, sir, by just standing in place recording?
The lady who just left asked us that you erased your video of her. She was uncomfortable.
A citizen?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's not going to
It's
happen.
on my.
It's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's not gonna
Oh, you guys are recording as well?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, even if she did, like I said, you're in public. I know precisely what I'm doing. This ain't my first rodeo. I know precisely what I'm doing. My rights have been violated numerous of times. And we go from there. That's okay. If that's what's going to happen today, then we'll just go from there. No problem.
It bases agency to agency. I mean, we don't allow video cameras or any cell phones on our property, so that's our policy.
I can understand you guys have a policy, and I ain't, I'm not trying to say you don't have one. But only thing with a policy, it doesn't trump the Constitution, sir. Our First Amendment rights. That's the only thing.
So as far as I'm concerned, in our facility, as far as when we house inmates, we don't allow cameras, and that's what we stand on. As far as over
okay.
here, as far as over here, public domain. This is something completely different.
Okay.
So if this gentleman is asking you not to film, out of respect for what he's doing for a living, then you should just do that.
Well, I'm doing this. See, you know what I'm doing? I'm actually doing this to fight for we the people. I'm fighting for his rights as well, and he's trying to trample on that. So, yeah, you should have seen him before you got here. He was standing and trying to do this and moving. He wouldn't even let me. He was impeding my movement, sir. So that is trampling. No, he said the people feel like they don't want me to film them.
He said film.
What did you say about the people?
He said people don't want to be filmed.
They don't. Okay, the people don't want to be filmed, so that's their feelings, right?
No, that's their that's their privacy. Right?
That's their privacy, and not in public, sir.
It's a privacy. Right?
Not in public, though.
But so the thing is, right, as far as public domain, once you go inside these doors,
That's
it's
correct.
not necessarily access to the general public.
Oh, that lobby is right
They
there.
have the right to refuse service to anybody that comes in here that doesn't abide by what they consider etiquette or policy.
Well, this is my thing. What's your name, sir?
Jackson.
Jackson. I just want to be able to, Mr. Jackson.
Who am I speaking to?
My name's James. It's cool.
James.
So, yeah,
That's a
James.
common name.
Yeah, well, that's my actual name. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Last name?
No, I ain't. Well, wait, I'm gonna be. If I can go in there, conduct my business unmolested, we'd be good to go.
Can you do that without the camera?
I could, but I choose not to. I choose to. So surrender my rights. Is that what you guys saying? Just give up my rights? Why would I do that? For what? For what?
So I guess my thing is the basis of the film is what, to show people how to do this process.
Yeah, think about this. What if someone comes in, someone watched this video and say, I'm handicapped, I can't make it there. I went and filmed all the brochures. They can see what's available here, sir. So it's more.
Oh, it's informative.
There you go. All the way around the table.
So then you could get approval from their administrators in order to do that. If you want to provide an informative format or forum, then maybe they can allow you, maybe like at a time when it's not as busy, to come in and say, hey, James, guess what we could do for you? We can allow you to film A, B, C, D in the process without violating everybody else's rights.
So you're saying I have to get approval to exercise my rights? Are you? Well, that's what that sounds like.
Yeah, I'm just saying that as far as being considerate for everybody else, that you're saying that you're trying to stand up for.
But watch this.
All right, so think about what the security officer just threw at the Frauditor. That if he was, like the Frauditor says, he's doing this for the people. And we the people means everybody. Not just the people that are subscribed to his channel or kissing his ass. We the people means everybody, okay? Now, as the security officer said, if you were really about getting information for to show the people, the viewers, his viewers, blase, the pamphlets or whatever, which we all know is bullshit, okay? Well, you'd make arrangements. You would make arrangements with the location. Hey, what's a time that I can come in here where there's really nobody in here and I could come show my viewers the information that they may require, okay? But we already know it's bullshit, okay? They need people in the location. They want those busy days where they know, oh my God, there's definitely going to be somebody who's bothered by being recorded, and I'm going to get into that confrontation again. Like I said, and I think we all know, you ain't got to sugarcoat shit. This is nothing, in my opinion, this has nothing to do with fighting for rights. This is something that they found that they can exploit, okay? They know that the law is working to their advantage. They found loopholes in the law that they're exploiting, and they're hey, what better way to piss people off and be able to make a buck on social media, and you're not going to get arrested. I think I've explained that properly. If I've not, then hey, I'm sure you guys know what I mean.
How are you? How you doing, Sarge? Like I've been trying to explain to your officers here in the security all day, man, is that what we're doing today is just exercising rights. The first one would be to film in public, publicly accessible areas, making sure not to go past any restriction doors. The second thing we was trying to do was file a FOIA, which is an additional right. They're stepping on those rights today, so I was just wanting to see if you was going to come out as you being the superior over everybody here to see if you're willing to educate everybody that I have a right to do so.
So here's the thing, you're obviously dealing with a government building.
That's correct.
Right? So they have signs in there that says no video photography.
Okay.
So they have those signs. Did you see those signs posted?
I seen those signs.
Okay. So therefore they have the right to refuse you.
Off a sign.
Yep. Because you're dealing with a governmental agency.
Which is public property.
It is, but if inside they might have a separate, because it's human, this is the
Department of Human Services. Right.
So, therefore, if they have those signs up, they have the right to do that. And so, two things can happen. Is either you want to go and fill a FOIA, that's your main thing, right?
Well, my main thing would be to film in public.
Okay.
But the FOIA is a right as well, and I have to do that as well.
Okay. So, two things can happen is that you can not film, go inside, fill out your FOIA, and leave.
So surrender my rights to film.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can just stand out here and film. They'll bring you the form. You can fill it out, hand it back to a security officer, and he'll take your FOIA inside.
So that's my only two options.
Yeah.
Okay. So because before you got here, the young lady officer told me that I would be I can be cited for trespassing and arrest.
You could.
So under threat of arrest.
So what I'm saying is, because you got the security guys out here, and they're saying you must leave. right? So if you refuse to leave, then yes, so you'd be cited for trespass.
I'll be cited
And
for
if you
trespass.
still refuse to leave,
And you'll be arrested for trespass.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Well, we know how I go. It's cool. I mean, all I would need from you, Sergeant, is to basically tell me once and for all, because I'm not going to refuse to leave. All I need for you to say, basically, if you don't leave, we will possibly arrest you.
Yes, and that's just it. So now you can stand out here. That's fine. What we're saying is you can stand out here all day. They don't care.
Right.
And we're not going to arrest you for standing out here.
Okay.
It's going inside and
Going inside the field. So I am officially trespassed from this place.
inside. No, you're not officially now. We're just telling you what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, if I'm not trespassed, I could go in there. If I'm not the trespass.
If you go inside one more time with the filming, then you will be trespassed.
So, okay, so if I go inside exercising my right to film, I will be trespassed.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime today.
So
Under your watch, okay?
okay.
Okay.
And you gotta remember, you're talking about dealing with a governmental agency that's bigger than Elgin Police Department. You're talking about
I know.
state police.
I know.
Else. So
It's public property, though, regardless.
I know.
So,
So that's where you take it up with like your congressman, senator, state rep, all that.
I mean,
All right, well, there you go. It doesn't get any clearer than that. If you truly feel that the no recording policies in these government locations are violating your rights, violating the people's rights, period, okay, then the appropriate people to go to would be the politicians, the ones that put the damn policy into play. But as we all know, that's not what their agenda is. The ideal of them going into these government locations and they're trying to jam their way of thinking down the security officers' throats, the public employees' throats. The only thing they're getting out of that is content for their channel, okay, to make a buck off of it. And again, listen, I don't knock anybody who uses social media to make a living. More power to you. But damn it, when you go out there and you're noticing that you're harassing people, bullying people just to make a buck, come on now. There's something wrong with you now, okay? But I know you know what I'm talking about, guys. Now, I'm going to show you the meeting, okay? And I want you guys to tell me honestly, did I misunderstand the bullcrap that came out of the chief's mouth here? Because I honestly believe, and that's the way I see it until I see different, that the police department bowed down to this fool here. And let me tell you guys, I'm not asking you guys to be disobedient or anything like that, but it's not fair to us. We the people that are willing to follow the rules, because that's what living in a civil society means, okay, following the rules. If the government is not going to put their foot down with these fools that to them policy doesn't mean shit, then let me tell you guys, I honestly believe then we shouldn't follow the rules either. Okay, I don't want to sound like an asshole, and I'm not telling you to be a frauditor, and I'm not trying to be no frauditor either. But if the government ain't gonna put their foot down with these fools, then it ain't fair to us. It ain't fair to the people who follow the rules. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but let me know your thoughts on this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
oh, okay, cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So we just wanted to, as mentioned last time when you came in, to be able to give you the follow-up. So, did you receive a letter from the attorney?
Nah, not yet. Was he supposed to? Cause he.
Yeah, so it was mailed out. The letter's dated May 17th. So
Wow.
I can get you a copy.
Okay, cool.
At the end of this, if
Okay.
you want.
Yeah, that'll work.
So the letter that he sent to you just basically said that the investigation was over.
Okay.
That he found that the officers did violate your First Amendment right, but that the violation was unintentional due to the lack of training on the topic.
Okay.
He also mentioned that as it pertained to your allegation about the officers violating your right to file a FOIA, that the officers did not violate any rules or policies as they offered to bring the form outside for you to complete. So I'll get you, is your address, actually he emailed it to you.
All right, so maybe so
AOL
then.
address?
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay.
Then, I don't, because that's an old address, so I don't really.
Okay.
But I just
so
gave it to him.
If you have an email address that you want me to email this to you.
Or a Xerox would be great, like just a copy of it.
Sure.
Hard
As
copy.
soon as we get done, I'll make a copy.
Okay,
you,
for
I'll give it
sure.
to you. So that being said, I just wanted to follow up with you. Last time when we talked, the investigation obviously had not started.
Correct.
So it is concluded now, and as I mentioned that day, immediately thereafter, we issued a training bulletin, to remedy the situation, and then we are currently almost done just finalizing our policy to incorporate what was in the training bulletin, so that going forward, it's in our policies and procedures. So that should be done within the next probably couple days here, and if you'd like to, I can email you a copy of our policy if you'd like that as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. So what does the policy entail exactly?
Yeah, so the policy is going to include language in terms of what was in the training bulletin. When officers encounter somebody such as yourself, and what they can and cannot do in terms of telling people to leave, not to be able to record. Okay. So it gives some guidelines. So, hopefully in the future this doesn't happen again. Right. So I think the day that you came, did you go out there again?
Yeah, I revisited, yeah.
And it sounds like it worked.
The officers that showed up, I can't remember their names. It was one regular officer, then another sergeant. So they were familiar, obviously,
Okay,
right
so
after.
a different outcome than it was the first
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
And that's our hope too. So
right, and that was great too on you guys' behalf.
Thank you.
So.
And again, I want to apologize for the inconvenience that this caused you. I appreciate you coming down here and meeting with us. And,
for sure.
We obviously remedied the situation, and my hope is that going forward, should this happen again, that your situation doesn't happen to someone else.
And that's what we're trying to do, trying to affect change. Now, real quick, Chief and Commander, my thing with those violations, right? Yep. So I understand that. Let me see, how can I say it? Okay, so the obviously they're founded. Well, the first one is.
Yeah. So the way that, and I'll give you a copy of this letter. So the allegation about the FOIA request. So that the officers violated your right to a FOIA. The investigator found that they did not violate any rules or policies because they offered to bring the form to you.
Now, even though that's still indifferent, and that was my thing. So it wasn't the fact that, which could still be borderline a violation, because no one else has to fill one outside. Do you get what I'm saying? So the young lady officer that was there, she did say we'll bring the form out. I think she even tried to bring it out, but it's indifferent to me because no one else has to do that way. So it's still discriminatory because I'm exercising a right.
Yeah, and I understand your point. I understand you spoke with the attorney. I'm sure you disclosed the same information to him that you just said to me, and based on his investigation, that was his finding. Right, that was his finding. Okay. So and then even I'm just pointing out some things because how it's wrote up, and even with the whole thing about them violating our rights because of a lack of training. Yes. Well, I mean, even though that might be true. But it's, what they say, ignorance to the law is no excuse. And that goes for even law enforcement. Yeah, no, I understand your point. So, and I can understand your, he says that the officers did violate your First Amendment right, but the violations were unintentional due to lack of training. So when this happened, and I want to stress to you, when this happened, we didn't wait for an investigation to immediately put some remedies in place, putting a training bulletin out, which I think then you were able to kind of see the outcome of that, because you go and do the same thing and you have a different outcome, which is the purpose of this, right? That's right. But going forward to incorporate into, so the way that he describes it is policy failure, because we don't have anything specific at the time in our policy that gave specific direction to this, which is why we incorporate the training bulletin into our policy. So going forward, they're now in our policies. Okay, the training bulletin. And like you say, when you guys are done with it, I can get a copy of that. Absolutely. And you know what? Another thing will be great for you guys, the police department here in Elgin. Like I said, the first meeting when I met with you guys, everything was beautiful. So when they had the second encounter, it was like, whoa, you know what I mean? I always want to hide. Like, my thing is this. I don't believe all police officers are bad. So even when we get some good ones, we want to highlight those as well. But we got to weed out the ones that are bad. And I think we got to, you know what I mean? That's a must. And I can completely appreciate your perspective. As I said to you before, the officers, it's a great department. Officers are human. Sometimes there's, things that we fall short on, but the purpose is to learn from that and to remedy it and to work with our community, to work with people, to not be afraid to have a conversation about, hey, this is what happened. So, it's a great police department, great officers. And again, this is a learning thing, that, I think the test is whether or not it happened again. So I'm glad it didn't happen again, right? So, so that shows, this department gets better each day because we're not afraid to hear some of that, right? And we work with people
And you know what? Not to cut you off, Chief, but you know another good thing probably would be great. And this, I mean, you know, obviously you guys are just worried about Elgin, and I can understand that because this is you guys' entity.
Yes.
But across the country, it would be a beautiful thing if officers would start getting some constitutional training. Because if you think when you guys swear an oath to uphold the Constitution, but it seems like a lot of officers are unfamiliar with it, like you know what they're supposed to be upholding.
Yeah.
So constitutional training probably would be
And I
the
will tell you
best.
that the officers here do get that. So I want you to when people go to the police academy, most police departments are sending officers to an academy that's in their curriculum. And then we also do, you know, training each month, whether it's through a law, you know, on the law or on case law and things like that touches on search and seizure, the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment. So, you know, this situation's a little nuanced, I would say, right? So where, to your point, I understand your point, but I want you to know that they do get, police officers do get, you know, talking about search and seizure and First Amendment. And so now whether or not it goes in depth, right, or as complex as something like this, right? My understanding is that you do this in a lot of police departments, right? And you're probably encountering some of the same things, maybe different.
Sometimes.
Right,
yeah,
so
50-50.
50-50, right? So I think I don't want you to think that they don't receive training. Now, whether or not that training, you know, covers certain things like this. A person walks into this place, so putting that training bulletin in place immediately and then correcting our policies or adding into our policy, you know, that's the hope that this does not happen again.
Right, and then see, like, because like the female officer that day, and you know what, that's another thing, I don't think I ever received body cam footage from the FOIA I requested from. So
I'll check. But let me double check on that. Matt will get back to you. But
that'll be great.
Before you leave, though, I'm gonna go upstairs and print up a copy of this letter for you, so you have it.
Okay. I just wanted to touch base because I'm almost forgot the thought. So when that day, it seemed like the lady officer from that day was trying to, like, they were saying, like, they was trying to enforce trespassing, right?
Yes.
And she, you know, just to give her a little credit though, she was like, well, you know, that's. It's not a trespass. It's not a no recording law. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying. But even still, like,
I'll tell you, you know, obviously you can see that it's such a nuanced thing, right? Where she's even kind of working through that process and trying to put this together and say, okay, well, is it this? Can we do this? So I think you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Like they're attempting to do their best in terms of what's presented in front of them, but you know. It happened, you know, we remedied it. You came down here. I appreciate you coming down here.
And I appreciate you guys sitting down with me too as well.
Absolutely. You know, we said that I couldn't say too much because the investigation had to be concluded.
Of course.
But at this point, you know, to kind of have this follow-up meeting and if you have any other questions, you know, please let us know. I'm going to get you a copy of this letter.
Okay.
The policy, probably within the next couple days here, and I can email it to you.
That'll be great. Yeah, okay.
So this email address is not correct?
Well, you can use it. It's just I'm so old I don't access it, but I probably need to start.
What's the email that you would access then? So, because I want to send this policy to you, so.
Okay, you can go TTA 04 news @gmail.
Got it. So in the next couple of days, definitely by Monday, I'll email you the updated policy so you can see it.
Okay, great.
And most of our policies are also available online too, so I can send you that link as well. So the public